Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I want to talk about an issue that I had a couple of times with this car. And a couple of these times, like I think I had this issue twice, maybe three times. It was during the summer. I've been driving the car for maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and the temperature outside is probably like 100, I wouldn't say 100 degrees, maybe like in the high 90s, 100 degrees. So what happens is I would be driving on the road with my AC on, and for no reason whatsoever, the AC would shut off. I would feel the AC shut off, it would shut off. And the temperature gauge would go up to the warning mark, which scared me. And not only would it go up to the warning mark, but it would fluctuate. It would go to the warning mark, and then it would go down. It would go back up again, it would go down. And it would do that a couple of times. And sometimes I would stop the car and park it. First time that happened, I stopped the car, I parked it for 30 minutes, turned it back on and drove it, and it drove fine. That issue didn't come back until like a month or two later when it came back. The other time I was driving on the freeway, and that happened, and I kept on driving it, and it essentially, the temperature essentially settled down to normal, and the AC came back working normally. And I've tried to diagnose that problem, and it came up to two components that may have been causing that. First component probably might have been the radiator fluid in my car. I bought this car from Craigslist with 150,000 miles. I never checked the radiator fluid. The last time I checked the radiator fluid was maybe like a couple months ago, maybe like 5-6 months ago, when I was having issues with the CVT transmission. And the only reason why I checked it was I went online, and one of the things that was listed to check was the radiator fluid, because for whatever reason, if the balance of water to radiator fluid was around 60-40, 60% radiator fluid and 40% water, it could cause the CVT transmission to overheat, and you would get the symptoms of having that whirring noise. So I checked it, and the water and the radiator fluid was watery. So I had that changed up. I had the radiator fluid flushed and had new radiator fluid put into the radiator, and that might have been one of the issues that was causing that fluctuation in the temperature and the AC to shut off on me. But I also had issues with the alternator, and as far as I could tell, it's either one of those two issues or both those issues connected. The alternator, I had that changed maybe like 4 to 5 months afterwards. and that alternator may have been having issues going out on me. I don't know, that may have been the case also. But I talked to a mechanic about it, and he told me that one of the issues might have been a clogged radiator, not clogged from the inside, but clogged on the outside. So he advised me to spray the radiator with water or some kind of liquid to get rid of any accumulated dust or debris that would keep the fan from blowing directly into the radiator. And so in any case, I've had the radiator fluid changed, the alternator changed a couple of times because the first one was faulty. Did not clean the radiator from the outside of debris, because I really didn't think that was the main issue. But I haven't had that issue come up with the AC cutting off on me and the temperature gauge just going up and down on me. I haven't had that issue since, I haven't had that issue for this summer. I had that issue once last summer and another time the summer before that. But with this issue, I haven't had this issue come up. So those are pretty much my experiences. If you guys have had that issue come up, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that may have experienced that issue with this car and the other car. It's just a really weird issue to diagnose as far as that's concerned. But as far as fixes for this issue in particular, it's one of those three issues, and it's one of those three fixes that I just went through, and I haven't had that issue come back. So maybe the fix was in one of those three issues.